This movie's about bouncing the movie, which is how you marry your soundtrack to the movie. I think the process of scoring is different than producing a song, because in scoring, you're creating and adjusting the composition and the levels as you work, and when you get to the end of the movie, you don't have a ton of cleanup to do. Now, I still need to watch my overall level with the master fader and my internal levels, so nothing's clipping. But once I have that set, I can bounce to disk, which is how I blend all the audio together into one file, or I can bounce to QuickTime Movie, and that will take my soundtrack and marry it with this movie. Now, I've been watching this movie at a different size than what I brought in, but the new movie I'm making will be the same size as the one you brought in. The source is going to be the built-in output, what you've been monitoring. This will be the type of audio file that I create. I'm going to include the video. Interleaved is the choice for maintaining stereo. Otherwise, it's going to fold the left and the right together and give you a mono track. That's probably not what you want. So interleaved if you're in stereo. I would say leave the sample rate at 48. Most of us work in 48 when we're doing video, unless for some reason you're working at a different one, but 48 is the standard for working in video. I can import this movie after I bounce. I can add it to my iTunes library, publish it, and I do want to include the video, and this will have the same frame rate and size as the source movie. So I'll call this my finished movie. Let's just pop it to the desktop. That's a good spot. And I do have the option to offline bounce now, so let's try that. That means it'll do it in less than real time. Now remember, this was offline, so it's still got some work to do assembling this to the video. And as it's finishing up, we'll talk about what happens next. Well, it's a QuickTime Movie with a .mov file tag, and your score is now married to these pictures at the levels that you set back in the mix window, and now you're ready to send it off to, I do want to import it, and I'll remove the old audio, and yes, I want to import the audio from this movie. There's my movie with the finished soundtrack. Okay, and all the sound effects are in place. So let's hide Pro Tools for a second and just take a quick look at this movie. I'm going to Command-I it just to get information about it. So I turned this into a 380.9 megabyte movie, and it's loading up the preview now so that it can show me, and now I can watch it here as well. So that's the process of importing a movie, spotting it, finding out where you want the sounds to go, deciding what sounds you want to go there, and marrying them up to the video again. In the next chapter, we explore the choices we make in mixing. So I'll see you there.